All right, when you think of legendary entertainment in India, you think of DDLJ, you think of Sholay, you think of RRR, and of course the IPL. You think of Kaan Masti as number 5. It's one of the greatest entertainment, pivotal, seminal. Okay, so let's go through some topical topics.
Oh, yeah,
because
sure.
that's always fun. And I want to know what you think about this guy called Rajesh Rawani, who's a truck driver slash YouTuber, and he makes 30,000 rupees per month on driving a truck and 5 lakhs on YouTube.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very sad.
What the truck? That's fantastic, dude. That's damn good.
Have you ever checked out his videos?
I saw a couple of.
No, not really.
I'm getting reels of people asking him ki kitna kamate ho and all that. I've seen those reels.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, "Chal, fuck up, man. Stop asking me these questions." People are now obsessed with how much he's making.
But
Yeah.
what content does he put out? Jokes?
No, it's a lot of fun. He basically talks about like how to make mutton in your truck, and he has a pressure cooker at
It's
the
actually
back.
mad cool.
And during the pandemic, it was damn good fun because the truckers were the only people who were allowed to be on the road and travel extensively. So he's like, आज मैं mutton बनाऊंगा और ऐसे बनाते हैं mutton.
Oh,
and
had
this-
to travel.
Yeah.
But did he check the goats for COVID पहले उसके बाद मटन बनाया?
Yeah, yeah. He made sure the goats had a mask before he did that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always very
Sanitizer
important.
on the mutton.
No, everything,
अब ठीक है,
it's pretty cool though actually that he's making like some fun content out there, and the fact that he's making 5 lakhs out of YouTube.
Yeah.
Can you ask him how he's doing this? Because
I've actually DM'd him a couple of times.
Yeah,
He's
well,
not replying.
but I'm
He's
trying to figure it out.
He has
He's like
2 million subscribers. Wow. So I think that might be it.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, you have like 311,000.
I like to say that the followers don't mean anything. It's the content.
Yeah, even I would like to say that. Small.
People all like to say it.
All I think
That's why I said I
believe
like to say it. It might not be true, but
Yeah, I
I
get
like
it.
to say it.
Dude, but don't you think it's a very awkward question to ask just generally? I don't know what is it a very Asia India thing where we just ask anybody how much you make? Like it's a very awkward question. No, why do we keep asking people how much you make?
I think it's also becoming a cultural thing now. Apparently, this new thing where if you go to certain parts of the state and you meet new people and you ask them, what do you do? They get offended. So now, when you go to meet someone new, it's no more about what do you do for a living. You just get into a conversation. There's nothing to do with your career. And people are getting offended if you ask them, what do you do? Rather, asking how much you earn is a different thing. No one's ever going to give you that answer for sure.
Like, how dare you ask me that question? I am a serial killer. But let's not. We shouldn't get into all
But
this.
coming to this question, I used to get asked a lot of times, so I became a quietly fairly known actor in between.
Yeah.
And then I was attending a Malayali wedding, and one uncle said, "So what do you do?" Same question. So my dad, late dad, he said that he's an actor, he does movies and all this stuff.
Okay.
So I said, "Really?" So I said, "Yeah, I've done a film with Mohanlal and a lot of these things." I said, "That's fine, but you didn't answer my question, which is what do you do?"
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah, but I sorry. But I get that point, Suresh, because at that time you told me you were also wearing a red dress with nettings and high heels. So you was a little confused. So what do you do?
He was interested.
He was the MC actually.
They asked for a female MC and Suresh is like, I can make this happen.
And no worries, my dear friend, it can happen.
Yeah.
Do you have 2 coconuts?
Sir, mic I think thoda close.
Hello.
Audio ठीक है इनका?
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
अरे मेरा ऑडियो इधर से
No,
आ रहा है।
Suresh's voice really carries. I remember.
वो क्या actor है ना?
With Cyril and we have to keep the mic somewhere here. With Suresh, you can keep the mic there also. It sounds like he's right in front of it.
Because I'm also doing stage shows, stage plays, and all that stuff, where you learn the art of throwing your voice. You know,
Suresh's presence is very
And he speaks from the
impactful.
groin, you know, so it comes
Yeah, it
all
comes
the way
from
from
the grotimus.
Yeah.
because we're all used to Instagram and internet. ये सब यहाँ पे पुष्पू करते हैं. But when you do stage में होगा, ओह, हेलो क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? ना पूरा voice को throw करना पड़ेगा.
Can't argue.
महाराज हम आ गए.
Oh shit! Wow.
That's the power that you need.
I just want to point out that Jose said you use your groin to speak for inside. Like it's a reverse mic.
Suresh का groin बोल रहा हूँ.
When I was growing up.
It's just a serious question. I
Oh,
mean, let's talk
sure,
seriously.
sure.
Have you guys ever spoken to your penis and what did you say? Like, have you said, good job, buddy? You lasted more than 35 seconds. Have you ever?
Conversations with your penis.
For my own mental health, I try not to speak to it
Yeah.
because the things it says,
Yeah.
very dark. It's dark.
I am at that age when penis is always saying, "क्या uncle सोने दो ना."
I hope this gets edited out. क्या अंकल सोने दो ना मैं.
नहीं सर, पेशाब तो करने दे भाई. You know.
So you say sone de or you say wake up?
Sone de,
Oh,
wake up.
Sone.
They say they're not waking up.
Yeah, wait, even I'm
Yeah.
going to
They're
understand
at
the
peace.
context. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hectic.
Yeah.
Once again, you are telling your penis or your penis is telling
My
you?
penis is telling me.
Kya uncle सोने दे? But you're peeing because the penis is full.
No, your bladder is full, not the penis.
Oh, okay. So
the
once your
penis
bladder is full.
your
Okay.
bladder is full.
So moving on seamlessly.
Oh.
Seamlessly. Great minds.
Okay, one of your fellow entrepreneurs and fellow admired business people. Like
Okay.
I think of you in the same zone as like Narayan Murthy, etc.
Oh, Narayan.
Yeah.
I call him Naru.
I believe so.
I call him Naruto.
I call him.
I like that though.
Yeah, we have a chat. That day we went for a jog.
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
I call him uncle.
Imagine Narayan Murthy wearing and saying, "This is how you work 70 hours."
It's very funny saying that because once I met Narayan uncle at Narayan Maman, we call him, and we had met him at a wedding, and he said, "Ki, how is Cyril doing? Is he okay?" and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I gave a couple of ideas to which he started his company and then made $1 billion of it.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've been very close.
Narayan Mama, കുറച്ചെങ്കിലും പൈസ തരൂ കേട്ടോ. Just told him to give us some money.
Yeah.
Nice. Because he watches the podcast all the time.
Yeah. You're a huge fan of Sorabh.
He hired me for one show at Infosys and I've never been called back.
Oh, shucks.
Oh,
Damn,
wait,
so
I got called back and even that one didn't go back.
So let's discuss him a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think you should call the four of us together.
Yeah. To talk about
Did you crack any jokes that made them not want to call you back?
I think one they had a situation where they were doing a hackathon.
Okay.
And a hackathon is basically where these guys have to create whatever, some app, I don't know what, there was something. So all of these people are nervous about whether they won because you win like employment and Infosys and some 10 lakh rupees or whatever. So they're like, before that, let's have a comedian. So all of these kids who've not slept for 48 hours are just like, we want the results. And I'm like, guys, jokes.
So a turtle and a frog.
Jaldi kar.
And before me, there was a person who did a dance where, like one of those impossible to follow acts where it's like they're climbing on each other and jumping and flying and all this shit. And then they're like, now
You're
it's
like-
for some undermining.
Yeah,
here
I
as a
will
comedian.
now enthrall you with words. Sir, can you come down from the ceiling?
अरे वो लोग को बुलाओ सब निकल गए.
Good, man. Shit.
But yeah, so Narayan Murthy said, and by the way, to talk about people meeting Narayan Murthy, I don't know why this popped up on my timeline. We'll come to it in the next episode. Narayan Murthy said that since the emergency period, we Indians have not paid enough attention to population control.
Yes, this I agreed with him. In fact, I shared that comment yesterday, and when somebody got back to me trying to rile me up, and he said that, oh no, this is so wrong. Uncle is sitting there and saying all these things. You can't be saying such things. There's enough room for everyone. And I said, no, I think otherwise. So he tried to have an argument with me. I say, I respect your decision, and I'll follow mine. So that's it. So the argument ended over there. So I didn't want to throw because there is population is a bloody problem. Why don't you agree with me on that?
It was Cyril.
Yeah. And then we made out.
No, but what's the sense in, we are overpopulated, not only as a country, but also as a globe, we are overpopulated. And it's high time somebody takes some measures. They say that these leaders come together and there's a pandemic and all this stuff. I don't know how,
But
let's do something. We have to kill people.
no, but
Stop having
We have to
sex.
cultivate-
Wait a second, what?
but it is a fact that
I'm not sure we all understood how this works.
I like we went the opposite direction. Where we're like, stop having sex too. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
kill, let's
No,
murder.
but people have stopped having sex. I mean, not they have stopped having kids. Like Bombay, Delhi are now regressing back as far as population density is
Oh,
concerned.
dear.
So we are the top populated
But
country in the world.
this is specifically in metros.
Yeah.
But when you go to rural areas, there's no stopping them.
Okay.
Everyone is just at it.
Okay.
And this doesn't have any religious use around it. It's just everyone is just having sex over here.
Yeah.
But why are you walking and staring at everyone's house in the rural areas? I want to
See, I was sent to take census of all that. Ajay, village so and so, hut number 1, sex.
He's just gone to all the windows.
No, age,
I
take
can't
your
believe
notes.
this.
Suresh is the answer to that joke question. He's like, sex, yeah, 4 times a day. he's like walking around. But yeah, Jose, what do you think about this? What do you think we should take as measures to control the population?
I don't know. Just let people who are planning to have kids hang out with people who have kids currently. I think that should be more than enough.
Yeah.
Let them see what it's like conversing with kids. Trying to convince them to just do basic things like brush their teeth,
Oh my God.
have a bath, stuff like that. So I think that will deter a lot of people from. We don't have enough podcasts or content out there which is showing people what it's like living with kids. Thank you. Thank you for
I
coming to
think
my
it's
TED Talk.
when humans can neuter dogs. I think men should also get neutered after a certain age. They should start
Like
ending
23
it
or
over there. 23, India mein average age, correct. Hai.
Oh,
Is
you
that
can
why you
just
were-
do it
Or else,
automatically?
or else you
anyway.
have 2 kids and you stop it, and then you also allow that you can deposit your penis in a safety vault
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
government.
But is that why you
digital.
ask Cyril to kick you in the balls every day when you meet?
But that's to strengthen my hernia and my,
Thanks, Cyril.
that's
Just 500 bucks.
supposedly very good for prostate and all that stuff. So somebody can-
Posture.
Getting kicked in the balls.
Your posture gets corrected.
Hey, but listen, I know this whole podcast we just fucking around.
Yeah.
But you mentioned, Suresh was mentioning dogs, right? So a vasectomy, I saw this reel where this guy talks about, he says no one has told anyone about this, but he got a vasectomy. And then when he came back and it sort of like healed a little bit, he said that he had this constant pain. So he went to the doctor and he said, "Hey doc, what's the deal?" And the doc said, "Yeah, that's normal." So he said, "Sorry, what?" And the doc said that, "Yeah, that's normal. So since you've had a vasectomy, you're gonna have this little bit of pain. Like, it might go away, it might not."
What?
Yeah.
See,
So
now
learn to pull out, guys, and use contraception
Yeah.
and stuff
basically
like that.
doesn't want to stop having sex.
No, I've never heard the story about like.
I am telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone in the comments was, "Whoa, thanks for letting us know."
Oh my god!
Crazy.
I like how you started this by saying dogs getting so. In my
No,
head, I
he
was
started.
imagining like the dogs are. Yeah,
So how are you feeling now?
yeah,
There's a little bit of pain, but in my leg for some reason. I don't know what that is about.
yeah. So, what about you, Cyril? How many children? How many children do you think you want to have? Like
Have or having?
both. Let's answer
yeah.
both. Yeah.
No, but I'll coming on to the point.
Yeah, on this
Overpopulation, underpopulation. Underpopulation has its own issues if the population starts to recede backwards, because with progression you need a population. I just think, like Jose, I feel like to a certain level, skilling people would make difference. If you have a larger population,
Skilling, yeah, not what Suresh said.
No.
Different
Skilling.
word.
I feel if you skill a larger population, it might work to our advantage. At least that's what I feel, rather than trying to cull the population down to a smaller amount. Like Elon Musk said.
In fact, so many years back, Sanjay Gandhi had bought that thing in the Nasbandi.
Yeah.
Hum do, hamare do, after 2, going for compulsory.
आपके एक ही है.
Yeah. Why is it called Nasbandi? Why is it not called Nasbanda? Because it's. Should I edit that joke out? Okay.
Nasbandi.
Yeah, maybe that wouldn't be a sensitive one to not have.
Jeez. It's so difficult to do anything without offending someone. Huh?
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh shit.
End of the podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, I know some comedian who got into trouble for making one joke about a city, and the city people started coming for all his shows in different parts of the country, telling him, "Why did you do jokes about this city?"
Oh,
and he's like,
damn.
"Thanks for buying my tickets." That's just the only attitude he can have.
Man, that's crazy.
But I like a very entrepreneurial answer. Why we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
skill up India, and then it'll,
Me and
yeah,
Nara,
Yeah.
as Nara has
education
spoken about.
He's calling him Nana.
Nara.
Naru, you said now.
Yeah,
Nara.
and somebody go for a massage called Nara Thai, Yeah. But I just feel like that's the way to go, right? I mean, I feel like instead of thinking how big a population, how small a population, empower the population. You empower it, it just makes us a more powerful
There are
country.
people who don't want to get empowered. They don't want to go and educate
A
themselves.
majority. I'm not saying every person you.
I'm right here, guys.
Yeah.
So don't talk to me
Seriously.
only like that.
60%. By the way, how many of us are graduates over here on this table? Just a question. Kitne graduates?
What time is it?
Yeah.
Moving on.
What is graduate, mate?
You didn't graduate, or?
Of course, I did not.
Why is he?
What?
He's been blanks.
No, I mean graduate is when you download that thing from the internet and print it on your printer,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
So then that's the
Oh,
only
you also didn't on?
I did MBA even. That where you hit the ball with the bat.
That's the IPL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did IPL.
Yeah. MPL and MBA people
Yeah.
get
No, I'm
So
a
basically,
science
Kerala
graduate.
it's supposed to be the most literate state in our country. So
Okay.
it means that you can sign your own name and you can read.
So that, I mean, that's a big conversation because the benchmark for what we consider literate is very different in a definition in, say, other countries at the end of it.
Sorabh was like, I'm not sure if this is the right platform.
No, do whatever platform you want. Whatever you want to say.
I've been
that's it.
hanging out with some people from
he'll
the
edit it.
educational sector.
Yeah.
And they've been giving me insights on what is defined as education. And the concept, you're right, is if you're able to sign and write your name, you are then classified as educated. And I mean, I correct if it's not being as of now.
As
It
of
still
now, it is
stands
that,
as the same standard. Now, that by definition really doesn't mean it's a good thing or a bad thing. So that's something. What I mean by overpopulation and empowering, I mean skilling will mean a better sense of education.
And also keep them busy. So that
Yeah,
they're
like for
not-
instance, when I was studying, my biggest goal was I felt, I mean, education has changed a lot since when we studied. I felt like it didn't really add any value except basic skills to me, but me working added more skills to
yeah, of course.
my career, right? And I started early, and I felt like
Practicals.
that helped me achieve
Right.
nothing in life.
No,
Yeah.
but,
No, I mean,
but it
achieve whatever I
stopped you.
admit,
But
yeah.
you mean to say it stopped you from having regular sex?
No, I did. I did.
Yeah.
I mean, Suresh, you forgot the good old days of it. But anyway, the point being is that it gave me the confidence to keep on trying, right? And I feel like education is one aspect of maybe giving you information and data on how to do basic skills. Now, in today's world, AI, technology, you don't even need half those skills at the end of it. But if you empower someone with saying, here's a skill set, it gives you a sense of confidence. I think confidence is always the key for anything.
You have really nice hair, you know.
That's confidence.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same
Yeah,
thing.
no?
How did you do that?
That's it. One second, I'm still not satisfied with this answer.
Okay, are we going to trust Sayas solve this?
How does a population get controlled after all this?
So I was doing a show where there were these people from Japan, and I'm like, Japan is having an underpopulation problem. So I'm like, we should just help out, right?
Yeah.
Just send people to Norway, send people to Japan. We are happy to go. We'll learn the language. You do everything. So many people are waiting to
Yes,
go.
yes.
Yeah.
So
That's social service.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But
Yeah,
you're right
and that is
about
social
that.
service from us.
Correct.
But
That's
they're
what-
looking for people to help them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
we're
this.
doing that technically. If you notice any
Yeah.
country in the world,
Yeah.
we are normally a larger part of that population
Yeah.
in many countries. UK, US, anything. There's a larger brown population, so to speak, which is us. So while other countries conquered the world, we just reciprocated and changed everyone.
I remember seeing a video about how they need people to help them repopulate because their population is dwindling.
Yeah.
So Suresh was sending a semen there, but he
Yeah.
forgot to tell them.
Yeah.
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 So whenever they receive it, they'd be, hey, ye kya hai? Either they'd sip it or throw it away.
Yeah.
So that was getting wasted.
Yeah, also, also you couldn't put it in envelopes, Suresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
That didn't work out.
You really should have used
Yeah.
the plastic
I
container.
think there was an anthrax scare also because some of it dried up in the heat. Have we solved the population problem of India?
No, we have not solved it.
I
We have just agreed to increase population in other countries.
Yeah.
international.
That's
And they're just talking about me
Yeah.
not to send my Siemens in an envelope.
Yeah.
Semen. Semen.
Politically correct, you say semen.
Not Siemens. Semen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another
Don't
story
keep on
which
semening me.
which ties into you, Suresh, which is that Khushi Kapoor apparently admitted that she got a nose job and a lip job, where she said lip filler and nose job when somebody said that, hey, you look like you've changed. So what do you think of this and who gives a shit? Like, does anybody care about people getting nose jobs and lip fillers still?
I mean, I think you should be allowed to do what you want with your
Yeah,
body.
that's their body,
You know?
their
Yeah.
face. अपने को क्या आता है? तुम
You
मैनों
want a
की.
third nipple? Go ahead, man.
Yes.
Knock
Yeah.
yourself out.
Cyril, how many? What?
6. I can't
He
stop.
didn't even wait for you to say 6.
I just, after I saw Total Recall in Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger
yeah.
movie, the 3 nips, I was like, man, this is for me.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife asked me the other day. She's like, if you were to get a surgery, what surgery would you get?
enlargement.
Reduction.
Cyril gets reduction.
Oh, he's
I
going
like
for
yours.
reduction.
Yeah, you said it.
Every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
His reduction.
Because it grows
grows.
like a creeper plant.
It's a creeper. Money plant. You know the
Yeah,
money plant?
yeah.
It's like that. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
That's why you can't have pets in the house also.
Because
They,
it's
they, they think sap.
And cats like to scratch also, no?
I have dogs barking at it.
Sap. Dogs are like snakes.
Because pajama se bahar
Imagine these. You're saying a dog saying sap sap. Like, wow, look, it's a talking dog. Yeah. But let's see. If let me
Yeah.
reverse the question here, Sorabh.
Yeah.
If you had to get one thing, like it's
Yeah.
a mandate, like how about culling the population, it's a mandate that after the age of 40, either you join the military or you.
Oh, those are the two
Oh,
options. Yeah.
So you join
I
the
think I'll
military,
join the
get a
military. I
plastic
think,
surgery done.
yeah.
Right? So what is that one thing that you
Dude,
do?
I got an offer from a hair transplant company. They were giving me money to get a hair transplant.
Okay, I got this.
And they pitched my name, and I was like, I don't really want to do it. I was like, I'm fine this because it's like Akshar Patel got it done. Did you see Akshar Patel? Akshar Patel was playing against Sri Lanka, and now he's a bowler, right? So the camera angle of the bowler comes from behind, so you can see a whole strip at the back. And he's transplanted.
I've seen an ad with Saurav Ganguly in it.
Yeah, all of them have got done. Mohammad
So there are a
Shami,
lot of
Sorabh
the,
Ganguly.
so the same call came to me also,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
said, so I said I can't have a hair transplant or something because because I'm on blood thinners. It goes up.
No, so they were calling you because they wanted your hair.
What hair?
They said you have amazing curly hair.
Yeah.
They said your friend Jose did mention.
He sent us a photograph. It looks
So when they
nice.
said head transplant, they meant hand transplant.
And I heard transplant very happy. I said, change मिलेगा. They said नहीं बाल की बात कर रहे हैं. So then I told them that if you have another, this new thing is that like it's a wig that you can stick on, and you can 1 month you can go swim, can run
I've
around,
been seeing
wash
this
your
on my
hair.
Instagram search feed because of you, and I'm sure because I've been getting all these videos on my Instagram. Like, who that I'm following is watching these videos because he does this weird recommend thing, right? Where you like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Suresh, watch this.
so there's these guys who come and they're like, ये देखिए अच्छा बाल कभी नहीं है that guy's dying, dude. I know what is going on out there.
One second, what is
Who's
this video?
watching this video? It's about these guys who I think some in Bombay have got some hair wig.
and how good it is.
It's a
Yeah.
hair
But, like,
systems.
It's
they
a
call
very
it.
aggressive video. It's not like, oh look, he's just grabbing them, like shoving him around, and look, it's not coming. नहीं आ रहे बाहर. ये अच्छा है. अभी glue डाल दे. अभी सब ठीक है. अभी देगा.
You all missed what Suresh said. He said they're called hair systems now.
Oh, systems.
wow.
Oh, okay.
They don't like to
an
call them
ecosystem.
wigs.
Yeah, the hair
Before we
systems.
call hair systems.
Wow. So are you planning to get those?
I would love to, but like I saw Alim in one video. Alim is also like he used to maintain our hairstyle,
Yeah.
but now he's got this lovely little do on his head, and it's one of those things. And
So
it
it's
would
a
be really
system.
Cool. Hair system.
Hair system.
It's apparently $15,000 a month.
Oh,
is
per
what-
month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what
a
somebody
subscription.
told me. Yeah.
Subscription.
No
Once they
way.
expire, the subscription just falls off.
Hair
It's
flicks.
too much work, yeah. Too much work.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But it
So
works
it's better
apparently.
to
But
have
also,
wigs.
like, you feel hot. Like, I mean, you hair people. Don't you feel hot?
Yeah,
Bro, I prefer just going buzz
Yeah.
cut and being done. But you know what? My wife said something really crazy to me. She said, I said,
I
hey,
love you.
She said, who are you? Get out of this house. And then we spoke later. She said that. I was like, I got this really nice haircut and I was really happy about it. But then I realized my hair grows out so quickly. Really sorry, Suresh and Sorabh.
That's fine.
But within a week, my hair was back to what it was before I cut it. So I was like, this is crazy. So she said, you can go back and they'll retrim your hair. So I was like, but then I'll be going back every 15 days just so I can maintain a hairstyle. To me, that sounds like a crazy waste of money. You buy games or like get a vasectomy like Cyril. But Aram khor sale.
But what about the hair?
I
He's
knew-
giggling about this for 8 minutes. Like he's going to say something new. It's just a pube joke.
He went on.
I couldn't wait.
I knew it was coming.
I was dying.
No, but she said that you might as well do all these things now because later when you're older, you're not gonna. It won't be on your priority list. You'll be like, I have to get my hip fixed or get some other
Sorry,
shit.
now I'm just imagining your hair coming out of your undies like that. Just flowing.
And a plait that goes around my neck and then.
But we did discuss that in Kaan Masti once that there should be some grooming for
There
pubes
is.
also.
Manscaped and all that.
Manscaped,
Yeah,
But
really?
those are trimming tools at the end.
No, but
Yeah.
do they come home and like we got a hair stylist, we got a pube stylist who comes in. My God, आपका pube को check करना पड़ेगा. करी से यहाँ पे trim करता हूँ.
काफी जल्दी उगते हैं आपके बाल.
And suddenly बीच में oops. Sir आपका.
No, then Suresh नहीं वो पहले से ही कटा हुआ था.
That's how you get a vasectomy also in certain parts.
Hey, that was actually quite funny. Suresh is imagining getting your pubes done, but in
Yeah.
like a regular hairdresser.
Yeah.
We had a
We
name,
discussed it,
like
yeah.
how B blunt is called B ball or something.
Yeah, B-ball, yeah.
Like शुरू करने से पहले वो आपको शैम्पू के साथ धो लेंगे.
And then we also had celebrity stylists too. Like all the hairstylists used to have Amitabh Bachchan's hairstyle. So celebrity pubes also stuck on it. You can choose.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I think it was a good discussion because why are we ashamed of that? Right?
Exactly.
Why are we
Correct,
ashamed? It
yes.
is part of your body.
That
It
is
is part
that
of
much
who you
true.
are, right? I mean, it's put there for a
You
reason.
can't ignore just because they're in some dark corner.
But do you take the middle parting from the top or the bottom?
See, we discussed this.
Yeah.
I prefer
as you-
ponytail.
Yeah.
Hair buns,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, that kind of stuff.
You guys have partings?
What?
Nothing.
Migraine.
What?
Okay, here's another story, which is as parents, right, which all
Yeah.
four of us are.
Yes.
There's a story that came right now about this flower seller's son who went to the iPhone store and used all the money
terrible.
from the whole week and bought himself an iPhone.
Oh no.
And there was somebody recording a video saying, "Yeah, iPhone ka power. कि आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं." His mom is standing behind, just looking miserable with the whole situation. And the number of
How old is he?
like a youngish guy, probably like early 20s, maybe late teens, something like that.
Fucking
Yes,
young.
that's
That's a full-grown adult.
Yeah,
bro.
full-grown adults. And so, and this is what I like is that the number of comments saying, "This boy needs a belt." Okay, and I'm like that's the only option. Like, there's no way to talk to a child. So, what would you do if your son? And apparently, this kid got the thing after doing a food starvation thing for 3 days. And
What?
Oh, so his parents succumb to
his parents
the
succumbed
pressure.
to it. Yeah.
That's a sad man.
Yeah.
But I think this is the problem with it, right? It's like, but unfortunately you can't do it. Like brands will I mean, not the brands per se, but like the third party companies make it feel like you need to have this and your life is complete, right? And I think that's what people succumb to, buying stuff like that, like an iPhone or a Samsung. I mean, they all have practical uses, but this selling a brand value is what people feel they need to have, right? And I think that's what the kid must have wanted. He must have feel like, oh, my life will be
We
better
can
with an
stop
iPhone.
calling him a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
This-
a
yeah,
full
full-on
on
adult.
adult.
I
Yeah.
got some.
You can call him
fail
idiot.
safe-
But this is parenting issues.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as a parent, I give my credit card to my son.
Okay.
And say when you're going out,
The
please use my
expired
credit
one.
card. Expired one.
And he's swiping.
Was swiping. They say, Papa, they say card declined. I said, exactly. That's why I gave it to you.
I mean, it's a different generation, man. I mean, we grew up with a generation of like G.I. Joes and He-Man.
Yeah.
We even asked for something like that. Was like,
But
you know,
I still feel like that's different when you're kids. See, kids are kids, right? They don't know any better. So they'll do stuff like that. But when you're at that age and then harassing your parents to
Yeah.
get you
Yeah.
something, that's
That's
because
crazy.
we all harassed our parents for something or the other, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if some people have. I don't know who
What did
they
you
are.
harass your parents for?
Cycle, I remember, and they were called media at that time, media game set.
Oh yeah. That with the
Or the
CD
box.
you
Yeah,
put
yeah,
on the
yeah.
top and all that
It's
kind
the
of.
cartridge. it
The
was,
desi
yeah.
version of
Cartridge.
the Ataris and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you never know Atari? No. That's disgusting.
Rich people had different lives, you know.
I had Atta and mouse.
But for kids to do that, I think is
Atari, no.
Atta. Hey, that's hilarious. He's like with Atari. And Suresh is like,
You used to shape it into Mario Brothers.
no, but kids doing that is understandable. But a grown man
Yeah.
harassing his parents,
Nah,
and
it's
that too when you're not that well off, is worse.
Presumably, you never know. Somebody told me recently that like in the middle, how everybody was using GPay, right? Your Kirana store and everybody, and he's like, now they are going back on it because they were using GPay very happily, and then they forgot that now they have to start paying tax.
Taxes on the
So they're like, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Roshan Abbas was telling me this. I was like, oh, that's a great, very Roshan Abbas
GPay
observation.
still, digital payments are still quite there.
Yeah,
Yeah, there, but
everywhere.
I think people are now, maybe what he's saying
But
is
see,
cash is becoming a
But
little
for
bit of
them,
a
the
concept.
contrast is that they were taking cash only and then not necessarily having to disclose it and then cut to now you don't have a choice. Once it's digital, it's in there. It's in
And
the
it's in
system,
your
right?
bank. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Your bank knows.
No, but also like, so the numbers that have been coming out about like people who are like, oh, they are not earning that much. A lot of people are earning a lot. A lot of people are not, but yeah. So you never
Even
know how much
Sorabh
they're
is
making.
taking cash for this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
giving us cash, I thought.
No, we have to pay him.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
For the privilege.
GPay.
Because the views are so much for this episode. that, like,
The bill comes at the end of the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hundreds.
The bill comes and you pay.
See, yeah, that's a nice technique. Show that.
That's how he makes orange juice.
I prefer shake it like this.
So there is no solution to this, yeah.
what is the
did
question?
you ever cry or anything to get something that you want from your parents? I think the closest I got is like when I was a small kid, yeah, and then cycle probably, and my parents said that we can't afford it right now. You wait for a few months, we'll try.
I remember once we were staying in LIC colony Santa Cruz, and
Yeah.
I must have been 3 or 4. That memory is still vivid in my mind. So that time we had gone to somebody's house, neighbor's house, and they had a wooden BST bus in their showcase. I saw that and I wanted to play with it, and I cried so much. I remember throwing a tantrum over there. My dad and very nicely. And then, of course, when he came out, he gave me 2 chamats and said, "Idiot."
At least ask for remote control car. Wooden bus.
Those gold biscuits.
Can't sleep.
Yeah.
So then, but as I grew up, I really regretted that. Even today, they are not there, but I regretted so much that why did I do that? I was all of 4 years old. I remember that when
But
I
we
grew
didn't
up.
know any better as kids, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
even
know.
I,
So
even
when
I
used to-
think about the same thing.
I used to tell my mom, "So sorry I did that." And she said, "Are you still remember?" She used to be so happy that I remembered
Wow.
all
and
those
they've
things.
forgotten about it. Like they
Yeah,
put
they
it
have
out of their
forgotten
heads.
about
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because even I forgot. But then I used to do a nice little blackmail on my dad and mom. I used to hate to get photographed. So they used to have this regularly once a year. They'll take the whole family for a photograph and a dinner outside in a small restaurant,
That's
wherever. So mom, dad used to take it, and I say, "I'm not coming. I'm crying. I don't want to get photographed and all this stuff. I don't mind coming to eat, but I don't want to get photographed." Then say,
That's why he's not in any pictures.
At least that's what his parents told him.
Yeah, actually, I'm
They
not
just
there in
replace
many.
him with a wooden BSC.
I'm not there in many child pictures of other family. But then I used to tell my dad, "Get me a hockey stick or something like that."
Yeah.
And that time hockey was such a beautiful game.
Yo.
You know, we used to.
It was.
Oh man! Now the turf has somehow taken away that edge of dribbling and all that skills are gone for a
I
toss.
thought he said when they got your hockey stick and that's when you got into riots.
He's like, protests are fun now.
Yeah, man. But it's,
What about you, Cyril? What did
I
you...
mean, it was a little tough life. I mean, I remember asking mom, I want a Rolls Royce. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, this is the BMW 7 Series, that's all you're going to get. And I
Said
was
you
like,
can have a role with Royce.
yeah. No, actually,
Royce is
yeah,
the neighbor,
I mean, like, I really wasn't too fussy about things. I think at a certain age, the schooling that I got was that if you want something, then you figure out how to.
See,
work
it's almost
towards
as
it.
if you asked the same question that you asked Jose and me, you asked it to Anand Ambani. And you're getting an answer from there. That's it. So, yeah. Moving on.
Anand Ambani's watch is worth more than my entire life.
You all are forgetting that Cyril looked exactly like this in the 5th standard.
Yeah, I grew up
Yeah,
like
that's
and he had already started working.
yeah.
So he was making a lot of money in the 6th
Yeah.
standard.
What were you working as a 11-year-old?
Bouncer.
As a librarian and then a dancer.
Bouncer.
Just Cyril starting as a Hawaiian shack.
Hello, you're not allowed in here.
I know, but
And you're looking down at them like,
please God, आप दारू पिए,
My
निकलो।
voice didn't break through.
आप दारू पिए, आप पिए, निकलो बाहर।
Short guy in school.
no, but we all harassed our parents for something or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other.
we did.
I remember harassing my dad for a cycle, like for a long time, because he was really patient about it. And at some point, I started feeling really bad about doing that. So I stopped asking for the cycle, and he was really happy, and I just robbed it from the neighbor, and then so that took that burden off him.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good thing to do as a
He had
child.
to hang in jail for a bit, but
Yeah.
But
They
that's a
couldn't
good-
punish me; they punished him.
That's very nice.
He was upset about that part, but he was like, "At least you are being resourceful, son."
Yeah. And that's what the young people like. This guy should have stolen an iPhone instead of which by the way also happened. There's another story
stole a phone.
of a lady who robbed a house for 3.5 lakhs or something because she wanted to get an iPhone to make reels. And then the number of comments saying just buy Android was like crazy.
Yeah,
They're
dude,
like,
Android makes so much better.
Yeah.
Actually, come back to the original question. I realized why I was not too fussy about things is that I had a weird, like I had an amazing
boil.
childhood. No, the boil I still have. But the thing is that I also used to do this thing where if I wanted something, I would imagine it in my head.
Yeah,
Right? So I grew up imagining like worlds where like science fiction and I was very satisfied with my little imagination on lying down in bed. Sometimes I'm making noises, so my parents were a little concerned at that time, like, is this child fine?
Yeah.
But like I literally so go to school even and I remember my biggest thing was I wanted to drive a BST bus. I always wanted to drive a BST
What is
bus.
this
Kind of
connection
theme
between
happening
all
over
of you?
No, no.
Hey,
but
I
these-
wanted to be a
but
conductor.
These were these little toys that like you want
Yeah,
a toy,
yeah,
you want a
yeah.
bicycle.
Yeah,
For me, it
yeah,
was I
yeah.
want to do that, but actually I couldn't. So I would imagine I'm driving a BSC bus walking around.
Yeah.
So my toys basically were just a figment of my imagination, and that's how maybe I was not too crazy about getting too many things.
Yeah.
So a lot like his penis also.
Yeah.
So now we're going the opposite direction. First we were like it's huge. Now we're like it's
No, it's huge.
Yeah, it's
but
huge.
it's also imaginary.
What was it? How long?
So
How do you know?
I think you should ask about girth, not length.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
girth, yeah.
No, but girth is big guy.
Yeah.
Girth D'Souza.
Yeah,
Fernandez.
Girth and Royce,
Royce.
discussed earlier. Okay, I want to end with this very Kaan Masti type of story. Okay, this is a story about a guy from a Tanzanian man had ingested 63 capsules
Nice.
filled with cocaine worth nearly 15 crores and was arrested by the customs official at Delhi airport.
One
First
second,
of all,
you're not Tanzanian.
Yeah, he's not Tanzanian. Let's start
And I was
over
just looking at them because I knew it's going to come
Somebody's got to figure out this joke.
to me. It's going to come to me only.
I mean,
So, my question to all three of you is: how many capsules of like whatever could you sneak in your rectum or wherever?
But I'm just imagining Tanzanian guy sitting, oh, brother, so okay, why do I carry it in your rectum? Okay, fine. And this guy, एक, दो, तीन.
वो
ऐसा-
सौरभ ने पूछा था कितना जा सकते हैं, आप क्या चेक कर सकते हैं?
9. I think 9 capsules.
But
9
how big is the
capsules.
capsule? Like
Yeah,
this
9
much?
capsules are this much. Yeah.
9 capsules?
Really?
Yeah,
I
that's
said
not bad.
63.
Yeah. See, 3 in the back. Yeah. Wow.
There are other spots?
Yeah, there's one in the front. You can do this.
In the front?
Yeah, front.
Front of what?
Whatever's in the front of your.
I'm feeling
One
a
second.
strange shooting pain as you speak.
It's like a,
Yeah.
it's like a slit, and then you hold it like this.
Yeah,
and
but
then
like,
khadda
have you
jaisa ho
not
jata hai.
seen articles of
Yeah, yeah.
people putting things in there?
Oh, really?
my
No.
God.
Yeah, capsules even. Yeah,
I can
capsules.
feel the pain right now.
Yeah,
Two in your nostrils, 2 in your ears. हो सकता है.
Nostrils
So
and
can you
all
please say,
these.
excuse me, sir, आप किधर जा रहे हो?
When you sneeze.
Please, आपको बोलने की प्रॉब्लम है. अच्छा, हाँ, कुछ नहीं है वो.
मेरा बलगम थोड़ी देर बाद कैप्सूल दिखता है.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Messed up shit, bro.
Dude, but like also, so recently there was a story of this guy who was traveling for 5.5 hours in an international flight, and they arrested him because the air hostess asked him, "Hey, do you want any food?" He said no. "Do you want any water?" He said no. "Do you want any alcohol?" He said no. 5.5 hours, he said no. And so air hostesses have been trained that if somebody's
They can
got something
tell.
up their rectum, then
But I
they-
do that on a plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want anything. Chodas abhi sleep.
So if you do intermittent fasting, you could get arrested basically for like just
Cut to some guy checking your ass. Right? So I was just tired. I didn't want to be disturbed.
Excuse me, sir, आप कुछ खा नहीं रहे, please आपका थोड़ा बम चेक करना है.
Would you like a banana? No.
Stomach full?
No hot drinks.
no hot drinks. Yeah.
Here's a cigarette. They're like, no.
Yeah. It's
But
like
that's a great thought, yeah. Because if they go to the loo, they have to, after drinking, and this guy gets drunk, substantially eats a lot, and then he goes, plotch, the whole thing has gone down, and they have flushed it, so it goes into that little box inside the
It
airplane.
leaves
Yeah.
the plastic bag. Mera wo duty free.
Orange worse. Orange worse. You know,
That's
sometimes
it's literally duty free. If you're trying to smuggle cocaine, that is the definition of duty free.
next time you should not feel bad when the airline sometimes they dump their shit now from when they're flying over it. They're supposed to
they
drop
don't
in the
dump-
sea.
You
Yeah,
know,
they are
they
supposed to
do?
drop in the sea. There was a
Really?
case recently.
Oh, I didn't know
So it
this.
becomes frozen or some shit was it fell on a
the height.
house.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, in US
broke
somewhere.
something, nah, I
Yeah,
saw,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
what if they're freezing and suddenly gold? Oh shit, Suresh was flying this plane also.
Oh, very nice.
It's possible the neighbor was just freezing his shit and then throwing it on the house like that. They think it's a plane. Yeah.
the next level of snowball fights in Antarctica is just throwing shit frozen.
But you know, if you poop in Antarctica or any place is
Yeah.
frozen, the poop will be there forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It freezes. Until the ice melts, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
This is a major problem that needs solving.
Yeah.
We need to release a ton of pigs in Antarctica.
Oh.
Pigs eat shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
But then
That's-
they'll shit also.
Yeah.
But then they leave.
But they leave their shit.
They'll eat it
It's
also.
a recycling system.
It's
But
infinite.
they're not made for cold
infinite
climates.
food
Infinite.
glitch.
Like I went to this place. It's one of like the highest points in our country, and there's this little poop toilet, and it's a hole. It's a big
poop
drop.
toilet.
A poop toilet where you sit on a hole, and it's a
Not for
drop,
peeing.
and it drops to the side of the mountain. But this mountain's always frozen. So if you look down hard enough, it feels like you're looking at generations of poop that are
my
frozen right at the
God.
bottom of there.
Bro, 20 years later, someone's like,
Yeah.
avalanche of
No, so
poop.
yeah, so to
Imagine
counter
long
that,
rock climbing.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh,
Rajma? Corn?
It's like, oh, this rock is a little softer than the other one.
but
Oh,
to
no,
counter
it's
that, they
slipping.
now started like closing down certain areas so that because otherwise what happens is when it melts, it literally creates like a poop river that goes back down into like the
Yummy.
lakes and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Human
so-
beings. What?
Why do we
Seriously,
shit?
they climb up pristine mountains also to make it dirty. That's all.
Yeah.
कोई
Yeah,
Everest
yeah.
में जाके flag लगाने का नहीं है. They just want to poop.
But then the solution to this is, again, everything
Can
is
I tell you about the poop experience? Because I just did a 125 kilometer
please,
trek.
please
This is
tell
Please,
us.
please. 125 kilometer
100.
trek.
So we did like a
You could have just walked from home till here and done that daily.
No, but this is not like straight walk. We're going up mountains, coming down, near death
Tell us
experiences.
about the poop. I'm very.
So the poop thing, we did a what I say is a luxury trek. Now when you say luxury trek, it doesn't mean the trek is luxurious. The trek is as hard as any normal trek. Is when you come to the camp, you get a little more facilities, right? Like better food, a chef that cooks. Maybe some of your weight on your handbag gets offloaded, and transported to the next camp. So those are the luxury thing. And then comes the toilets, okay? So the toilets in a luxury thing are basically, it's like you're sitting, you get a little stool, okay? So it's like a Western stool. They dig a big hole in the mud, okay? It's a big hole in the mud. And then you have like a little capsule out there, right? So every time you poop, okay, you then take the mud and then you have to put it over it.
Like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat. So you cover your poop and then the next person comes and poops and then they cover it and they keep on covering till the hole gets full. Okay? But now, as we know, city slickers like we are, that's just not good enough, right?
Right.
So here comes the best invention that I found, like till date. I should have bought it with me actually today if I knew you were talking. It's called the portable water bidet. Okay? It is...
Bidet.
Yeah, bidet. It is like looks like a little, those Vicks goalies that sniff
Yeah,
thing?
inhalers.
Yeah, the inhalers. Yeah, but the big one. It looks like a big one.
Oh,
Yeah, like a big one. No, not like a dildo.
I'm so ashamed now none of you said dicks. This is such
long,
a-
yeah.
like painting it.
Yeah, it's thick. That's why I said you guys want to know what that looks like, right? Because it's thick. So anyway, the point being is that, and it's beautiful. It opens like a small nozzle and then you press a button and it shoots two level pressures of water. You can get the manual one where you squeeze, or you get the battery operated one which just makes sense. If you are going on a trek, the bidet, water bidet,
Wow,
is really good. I don't know how we progressed to this topic, but
very interesting.
I am happy.
You
about
very excitedly said I want to talk about this. I don't think
I did. I couldn't poop for the
lot of
first 2
insights.
days,
Yeah.
because it's so difficult. You go and you're sitting you're literally in the wilderness with some plastic
And
cover.
the door is open, you can lock
It's
it.
the
10
zip.
minutes.
There's no door.
Oh.
It's a zip. It's a zip. up.
Hey, under beta.
You have to.
In
You
the
have to.
mountains, There's no under.
There's no underwear. People will come. You have to say you're in there. If you go in the night, you have your light on. So it's quite an experience, man, to poop out there.
Listen, you're giving me business ideas, like I was saying.
Yeah.
Again, back to reels where we get all our information of the universe now.
Yeah.
I saw a reel about this lady who's living off the grid. So they don't have a sewage system. The toilet that they have, they poop into it. And then the base of the toilet turns into like this crematorium.
What?
Yeah,
What?
and
A
it
crematorium?
burns. Yeah.
Oh.
It burns.
Incinerates, yeah.
It incinerates the poop into ash. So now if you go into the mountains and you deal with this issue in the mountains, you have to figure out some kind of chemical that you put like 2 drops into your poop and then it becomes flammable.
Yeah.
That will also help people who are climbing the mountain see
Warm.
where they're going. And yes,
Warm.
I didn't think of
Yeah,
warmth,
yeah,
but
yeah.
warmth.
And
Nice
cook
one.
your food.
Yeah, there's a bit
And
of
also
smell of the
trail.
aftertaste. The aftertaste changes of the food.
Yeah.
But look at the application.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Oh,
It's a
then
very
why
good
don't-
idea.
Yeah. Why don't you just create something where like you eat something and your poop automatically becomes flammable?
Yeah, so it sets fire
Nice.
while it's on its way out.
Very
nice. Yeah.
See, this is dangerous because people are making reels where they're burning their farts and all that.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
if,
yeah,
what if
yeah.
you set
Then it'll
yourself
go
on
up. Yeah,
fire?
yeah,
Don't do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our product is better where it's a
Yeah.
third-party solution.
Correct.
2 drops after.
Correct.
Then you set it on fire.
We'd also come up with another invention where
Yeah.
we thought that the reason why we are so ashamed of poop is because it's really got no shape, right? It's got like certain shapes. It's not like something we associate.
Not the smell, it's the shape.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
say for instance, you get a little like when you make a cake thing, you get the different nozzles.
Icing.
yeah.
So you put these icing nozzles up your rectum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and then when it comes out, it makes those lovely little shapes. So you get
lovely.
star poops,
Smileys
or you
and
get
all this
smiley
stuff.
poops, or you
SpongeBob
get
SquarePants.
Then
Yeah.
it's so much
Very
fun.
nice.
You're like, oh look, let's poop all over the place. Let's
Yeah.
spread
Positive
the love.
I've
pooping,
3D
it's
printed
called.
something like this.
Positive pooping.
And it's a new game show called Is It Cake?
Is it cake? You figure it out. You figure it out.
Yeah.
No, the game show is called It Is Cake.
It is cake. I love it.
Anyway,
But-
listen, this has been, yes.
You know, there was
He's
a
like,
concluding
I
remarks.
need
No,
to
no,
end
concluding
this.
was,
Leave us
somebody
alone.
somebody had actually protested against some influencer again
Yeah.
who was using a poop to actually say that it's good
Oh,
for
yes,
your face.
yes,
and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's
yeah,
disgusting.
yes.
Yeah,
Put on a face.
NDTV shared this, and I'm like, what happened to you people? Why
But
you
my
sh-
question is,
Yeah.
okay, yes, that lady is very, like, she's doing something weird, right?
Yeah.
I think
Who are these people who have time to protest against someone who's applying poop to their own face?
exactly.
She's not hurting anyone. She's doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and obviously she's not of the greatest mental.
And she's not
yeah.
And maybe
forcing
it was
you to
working
do
for
it.
her, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you see it
mean-
and you do it, it's different. That's on you.
So they did this thing with menstrual blood, right? They like the Kardashians or something started this thing of putting menstrual blood on your face.
Yeah.
And women started trying that, and they're like, we're getting infections on our face, and people are like, obviously.
Oh, no, bro.
But you know, there's something called the vampire facial.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is another version of
Same,
vampire
same,
facial.
yeah,
gives
yeah.
you a
So the vampire facial is where they take your blood, they purify it, and then they insert it back into your face to give you like some sort of like a glow. Apparently, it repairs your skin. So I don't know what this was doing to their skin at the end of it, but
Probably, yeah.
Meanwhile, some
The wrong place to use the sanitary.
yeah,
some
but I think
place up there, God or the alien energies looking and say, "What have we done?"
alien
is Italian.
Alien.
Hey,
what have we
way?
done? They are intelligent.
Let's
they have been poop
kill
on their
them
face.
all. Let's finish these motherfuckers.
Anyway, on that
Antonio.
note, on that beautiful and philosophical note, on that existential note, this is the first episode of Kaan Masti. And we're going to do one smaller one, which is going to come next week.
Nice.
And this has been your source for all important news in the world out
Absolutely.
there. I would like to thank the esteemed guests, Suresh Menon, Jose Covaco, and international traveler Cyril Diabrio. If anybody wants anything to promote, please go ahead to millions of people. Or hundreds.
One second, carry on.
I do have something to promote.
Promote it.
So it's a rainy season.
Yes, it is.
And water has fallen from the sky, is
Yes.
collecting in these little cups and stuff, and mosquitoes are breeding.
Yes.
So if you can just not let them do that, thank you.
I think that's very rude.
Yeah.
If someone wants to,
They don't have the right to live.
Yeah, they don't.
This is mosquito shaming.
Yeah.
This is
Sending the BMC your address.
You should freeze the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And then,
Don't do-
yeah.
First, you want to go after a population of the mosquitoes.
No, if you have a fish tank, then you can feed the fish the larvae. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, please.
It's very important. Cyril, anything you want to say?
No, I have absolutely nothing to promote but positivity. Oh,
What a great message to not end on because I have something to promote.
अभी मैं अपना
Yeah, cut to you saying. Also, there's this great product.
hair removal.
Hair removal.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Hair removal.
Can I
It's called
just finish?
genetics.
Can I just finish mine?
Yeah, please.
Ek mein aur ek 2 running successfully in theaters next
Oh
week.
yeah, so you've been doing stage
The
shows.
stage play. There are voice modulation, throwing the voice, and
Yeah.
of course, watch out for Bhool Bhulaiya Part 3. I've done a small cameo.
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Very nice.
Wow. Matlab, in the Bul Bulaiya or in the film?
In the film.
Got it.
Thank you, sir.
Just Suresh recording reels.
Inside a Bul Bulaiya, he's got an
Jose,
Hyderabad.
long time back, he told me, when I told him I'm working with Anis Busby, he said, Anis buzz me. But I did buzz him.
When you say small, like, don't you think you're a little too old for that?
What a great way to almost end the show, but I have something about it. So yeah, go see Suresh's play and his movie. And I have shows coming up. Pune, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar, a big one in Calcutta, and Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh. So I'm doing a show called Boys School, which is all about boys' stories in school and also school stories generally. It's a lot of fun. So please come. Tickets are on sorabh.com. Thank you so much. We will be back next week at the designated time written somewhere here. Appreciate it and thanks.
You were in an all-girls school, right?
What an end.